Welcome to Pest Control Marketing That Actually Works, the podcast for pest control operators who want real growth, not empty promises. I'm Adam Bennett.
And I'm Elisabeth Palante. We're from Cube Creative Design, and for 20 years, we've helped pest control companies stop wasting money and start growing.
Today's episode topic, content marketing that actually brings in customers. Here's your 3 key takeaways.
First, why most pest control content marketing fails, and the one mindset shift that fixes it. Second, the content framework that turns blog posts into booked jobs. And third, how to create 6 months of content in one afternoon.
Okay, let's dive in. Content marketing is one of those buzzwords that everyone talks about, but most pest control companies do it completely wrong. Chad, you see this all the time with new clients. What's the biggest mistake?
Well, probably one of the biggest is they create content for themselves, not for their customers or who they're actually targeting. So they'll write a blog post like fun facts about termites or 5 interesting things about ants. Nobody's really searching for 5 interesting facts about ants unless you're doing a research paper and you're a high school kid, so nobody's going to really read that to book your service.
So content marketing isn't about being entertaining or educational just for education's sake. It's about answering the exact question your potential customers are typing into Google.
So let me give you a real example. We had a pest control client who's been blogging for 2 years, 50 blog posts, getting maybe 200 visitors per month total, 0 leads from that content.
I looked at their topics. It was like life cycle of a cockroach. Where do bed bugs come from? Interesting ant behaviors. These are topics like my middle school son would write for a science fair project.
Nobody with a pest problem is searching for the life cycle of a cockroach, right? They just want that life cycle to be done soon.
Yes.
They're searching how to get rid of cockroaches in my kitchen or how much does cockroach treatment cost.
So what's the mindset shift that fixes all of this?
So you want to stop thinking like an expert and trying to educate so much and start thinking like your customer and solving their problem.
Your content exists to answer 3 questions. Do I have a pest problem? How bad is it? And who can fix it for me?
Elisabeth, that's it. Every piece of content should answer one of those 3 questions. And it's naturally going to lead us to call us to fix this.
So here's how we know content works. After we rebuilt that client's content strategy with this mindset, within 6 months, they were getting 1,200 visitors a month, 15 to 20 leads directly from the blog content.
Same effort, different approach. Instead of fun facts, we wrote, how much does termite treatment cost in Charlotte? And signs you have bed bugs and what to do about it. Those are searches people actually make when they really need help.
Let's get really tactical here. How do you actually create content that brings in customers? Elisabeth, can you walk us through some of this framework?
We use what we call the problem solution action framework. Every blog post or video follows this 3-part structure. So the first part is the problem. You start by identifying the exact problem your reader is experiencing. You want them to think, yes, that's exactly my situation.
Give us an example. Chad, I think you were talking about something like this just last week.
Yeah. So let's say you're writing something about bed bugs. You start with, you woke up to small itchy red bumps on your arms and legs. They're in a line or a cluster, and you thought they were like mosquito bites because it's mosquito season, but they keep appearing. You start to wonder if you have bed bugs. You're freaking out because you don't know what to do.
That's the problem stated in the customer's own voice. They immediately connect because that's their exact experience.
And you're validating their concern and showing that you understand what they're going through.
So from a sales perspective and psychologically, you're building trust immediately. So when someone reads that and thinks, that's exactly what's happening to me, they're primed to keep reading and trust your solution.
Okay, so now you've identified the problem. What comes next, Elisabeth?
The solution, you provide the solution. But here's the key. You give them enough information to understand the problem and why professional treatment works, but not so much that they think that they can DIY it, that they can do it themselves.
That's a good point. Chad, walk this line with us.
All right. So we'll stick with our bed bug example here. So you explain what they are, maybe some of the life cycle, where they hide, how hard they are to eliminate, whether you have to use heat or chemical. You can explain the difference between the surface sprays and obviously go through the heat treatment and just professional chemicals. Kind of outline the different options for someone.
Okay, so you would want to include sections like how to confirm you have bed bugs and why DIY treatments usually fail, what professional treatment involves. Another topic would be how long treatment takes, what to expect after treatment as well.
That's really good. You're getting real information and you're not holding anything back. But the information naturally leads to this idea of this is really complex and I really need a professional to fix this.
Exactly. You're not fear mongering. You're just being honest. It's no different than if you're explaining to your customer what you're going to do or what they need to do in when you're there in front of them. You're just doing this digitally. So in other words, you're being honest. Bed bugs are probably one of the hardest pests to eliminate. Over the counter sprays push them deeper in the walls. Professional treatment's going to require specialized equipment and products. So here's why.
So you include pricing transparency within this. This is a really big one. If someone's searching how much does bed bug treatment cost, give them the answer. You could be a bracket, $500 to $2,000, depending on home size and infestation level.
Yeah, and most pest control companies that we've seen won't put pricing in their content because they're afraid of scaring people off, that it's going to be too expensive.
It's very much backwards thinking. If people are searching for pricing, if you answer it honestly, you automatically build trust. They're going to find the price eventually anyway. So you might as well be upfront about it and position yourself as a transparent, trustworthy company.
Okay, third part here. So you've stated the problem, you've provided the solution. What's next?
You give them a very clear call to action. This is what to do. Don't be shy about it. You've provided valuable information. Now ask for the business.
Your ending should be if you're dealing with insert pest problem in insert your city, we can help. You've created X number of homes in X service area. We offer guarantee or a key benefit. So call us at your phone number for a free inspection or fill out our contact form and we'll respond within 2 hours.
And make that phone number clickable on mobile.
You can also add, don't wait, bed bugs multiply quickly. The sooner you treat, the easier and cheaper it is. Call today. Something that instills a feeling of needing to do this now, which they probably already feel, but it's good to emphasize.
Right. And you're not being pushy. You're just helping them understand the urgency of the situation. So from a sales perspective, you're giving them permission to take action instead of putting something off.
So we've covered the framework. Let's talk about topics to actually write about. Elisabeth, you do this every day. What topics actually work?
Yeah. So from what I've seen, there are 5 major categories of content that convert for pest control companies the most. The first category would be just how much does it cost? We just talked about this. So examples would be how much does termite treatment cost? Bed bug treatment cost, mosquito control pricing. These are high intent searches. These are very specific. You don't look that up if you're doing a report typically. So someone searching costs is close to buying.
So these posts are going to convert at probably 8 to 12% from what we've seen. So it's going to be way higher than a generic informational post.
So examples of how to get rid of a pest. So here's some examples. How to get rid of ants in the kitchen, how to get rid of mice in your house, how to eliminate fleas.
So in this second category, in this kind of post, you would explain the do-it-yourself options honestly, which is kind of cool, right? A lot of people avoid this because they think they're going to give away the secret. They might work for minor issues like the DIY solutions might, but you also explain when professional treatment is necessary. Most pest problems need professional help. And I think we've all seen this. Like if you eat something really great at a restaurant, if somebody gave you that recipe, like you think you kind of want it, but then when it comes down to it, you don't really necessarily want to cook that food. You want somebody else to do it for you. So 9 times out of 10, it really does not hurt your business to tell them this is how you handle it. This is how you seal out cockroaches. And they're still going to hire you to do that job.
3 signs you might have a pest. That's another big category. So signs of termite damage, 10 signs you have bed bugs. Do you have mice or rats? People are going to search for these type things in what we call the awareness stage. So they automatically suspect a problem.
So in this third category, these posts help them diagnose the issue, then naturally lead to, if you confirmed you have this pest, here's what to do, which is call you.
Fourth category, pest in city or region. So example would be termites in Charlotte, bed bug problems in Atlanta, mosquito season in Florida. These are local SEO gold.
You're targeting your specific service area. These rank easier than national topics because you're competing with way fewer websites.
So another big category would be what I like to refer to as comparison or versus post. So it may be liquid treatment versus bait stations, tent fumigations versus heat for bed bugs. poison versus traps for mice.
People searching comparisons are in decision mode. They're trying to figure out the best approach. These posts position you as the expert who helps them decide and then provides the service.
We want to create 6 months of content in one afternoon. That seems like a whole lot, but the objection we always hear is, I don't have time to write 50 blog posts. Fair enough. Chad, how do you get 6 months of content done fast?
You've got to batch it. So you take one afternoon, like a Friday afternoon or something, and you create all your outlines, and then you write or outsource the actual writing.
So here's exactly what to do. Block out 90 minutes and grab a spreadsheet or notebook.
Okay, let's start with step one. You want to list your core services: termites, bed bugs, ants, roaches, rodents, mosquitoes, whatever you offer. Write them down.
Step 2, for each service, write these 5 post topics using the templates we just gave you. How much does whatever service you're talking about cost in your city? How to get rid of the pest, be specific which pest, signs you have that pest in your specific city, and comparison to related to that pest.
So that's 5 posts per service. If you offer 6 main services, that's 30 posts. So that's 6 months of weekly content right there.
So in an hour and a half, you've outlined 30 blog posts, and now you have choices for actually writing the content, right, Elisabeth?
Right. You have a lot of choices here. So option 1, you can write them yourself. Each post we would recommend to be a minimum of 1,500 words, about 1,500 to 2,000 words. The reason for that is that it actually looks better with Google. Even if you think you can cover the topic in 500 words, it really is better to have a lengthier blog, and then you'll look more like an expert to Google, which ranks you higher. 1,500 to 2,000 words for each blog. It's going to take you, really dependent how good of a writer you are, right? I would say at least an hour for each of those per post if you follow the framework. And that's going to be about 30 hours total.
So the second option would be record yourself talking through each post. Use a voice recorder on your phone. You can do it while you're driving down the road. 10 minutes of talking per topic, maybe 20. You send the recordings to a transcription service, and then you have a writer clean it up. So you've got maybe 5-6 hours of your time, and you're already got windshield time. So maximize it.
That's a good way to save time, recording yourself. Option 3, hire a content writer. Pest control blogs cost roughly $100 to $200 each from a decent writer. 30 posts would be about $3,000 to $6,000. That's a one-time investment that generates leads for years.
So we would recommend option 2 or 3. The first option is just too time intensive. Your time is worth more than writing blog posts. Record your expertise and let someone else format it.
So here's your ROI. Let's say you have 30 blog posts. You generate 2 to 3 leads per month once they're ranking. That's 60 to 90 leads per month at a 30% close rate. That's 18 to 27 new customers per month just from your content. At an average $500 value, that's $9,000 to $13,500 per month in revenue from a $6,000 one-time investment.
Chad, that's a 150, 200% ROI in the first year alone. Is that right? Yeah, and the content keeps working for years after you've written it. That sounds like a no-brainer.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's recap these 3 takeaways. Elisabeth, take it away.
So, number 1, most content fails because it's written for experts and not the customer. The mindset shift is to answer, do I have a problem? How bad is it? And who can fix it? Number 2, the content framework is problem in first 100 words, solution in the middle 300 to 500 words with honest pricing, and action in those last words with a clear call to action. Number 3, create 6 months of content in one afternoon. Just get it over with. By listing your services and using 5 post templates per service, then write, record, or outsource the actual content.
And we made this a little easier for you. We created a content topic generator. You can plug in your services in your city. It generates 30 blog topics automatically. You can go visit it today at marketingthatactuallyworks.ai.
And if you want to create your entire content strategy and write the posts, book a free strategy call.
Okay, next Tuesday, another podcast. Word of mouth marketing isn't enough anymore. We're talking about why referrals are great, but they won't get you to $2 million or $3 million and what's to do about it.
Please subscribe and leave us a review and let us know what's working. What do you like that we're talking about? What do you need more of or less of? And we will try to do that for you.
Thanks for listening to Pest Control Marketing That Actually Works. We'll see you next Tuesday.